The Mobile County Public School System presents Homeroom with Nancy Pierce.
Hello and welcome to Homeroom. I'm Nancy Pierce and I'm so glad you have joined us today. This is a very exciting time in the Mobile County Public School System. But then when I think about it, it's always an exciting time with the school system. So today we're talking about Blue Ribbon Schools, and it's an incredible honor, absolutely incredible honor for a school to be named a Blue Ribbon School. And we had two this year. One of them is Old Shell Road School of Performing Arts, and the other one is Clark Shaw Magnet School. And I have with me Joe Toomey, who is the principal of the school. Good to have you here.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
That is wonderful. Has Clark Shaw ever won the Blue Ribbon before?
They have in 2007.
But you can apply for, what, 5 years?
7 years.
Well, I think you should be able to apply every year.
Well, I'd like that.
So, a National Blue Ribbon, what do they look at?
Well, basically they look at exemplary schools or schools that closed a lot of gaps.
Mm-hmm.
We were one of the exemplary schools because our scores were so high. You know, our math scores were higher than Mountain Brook, so we were very excited.
Impressive, very impressive. What did you do? The state asked you if you would please apply?
Yeah, the state selects 5 schools to apply, and then you do the process for a year, and then you have to have the scores that year as well, and then they send you to the national, and then they decide whether or not you made it, and we did.
And not every school does.
No, only 5 in Alabama,
Yeah.
and we're the only 2 Title I schools. We're from right here in Mobile.
That is so good. And we do have other Blue Ribbon schools in the past, and so we consider them still Blue Ribbon schools.
Sure.
But how excited were you?
Well, it was the biggest honor of my career. You know,
Right.
they tell you right up front it's the biggest honor any public, private, or charter school
Sure.
can have. So you can't do better than that.
Yeah, because this is open to public, private, and charter schools.
It is.
Wow. How'd you find out?
Well, they sent something out and told us there'd be a press release, and then Arnie Duncan, who's the Secretary of Education, got on and made the announcement. Our kids were watching. It was exciting.
That was so cool. But did you find out the same time the kids did?
I might have known
No, a little bit ahead of
than
time.
them.
You keep secrets very well.
I keep secrets a long time too. About 3 months I knew,
Wow.
or at least that we were supposed to get it.
Right. But it's a very long process. You have a big thing, a big application, a big application you have to fill out.
That's correct. So it's a lot of paperwork.
And then they surprise you with a visit?
They come like from the state and do a visit and make sure you're really doing what you said you were doing.
And so that really needs to be a surprise to you, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, you're doing the same thing every day anyway.
That's right. But if a school were trying to fake it,
Right.
They didn't need to know beforehand.
I think that's great. Oh my gosh. And then it happened.
It was great too.
How'd the kids react?
Well, I had a group of kids right next to my office that I could hear erupt when it happened, and we had a group from the school system come and film because we kind of knew it was going to happen, and they just erupted. So they were very excited.
And very proud.
Very, yes.
How about the rest of the people in your school, the teachers, the staff?
I think that it really brought us all together to
Yeah.
see, all your hard work is really showing up and people are recognizing you, and I just think that it really brought our staff to a new level.
Sure. And a new closeness, probably, a new camaraderie.
Very much, yes.
Yeah. That is really neat. But you can't play again for a few years, but you can live on this for, several.
For a little while.
Yeah. And you have a banner.
Yes.
Is it out in front of the school?
We have a banner hanging from our ceiling. We have a couple of flags they gave us, and then a beautiful plaque on our wall.
So that doesn't help when parents drive by, or parents of your students, or another school, or if someone's walking by. Pretty neat.
Yeah, well, trust me, we put it on our sign outside too, so people could see it, and we put it in, newspapers.
Sure.
And now it's coming up on the time where people can apply, so we want them to come here instead of some private schools.
Sure. Well, that's neat, and you can probably give other schools. Are you allowed to talk to the other principals, like talk to them about the application process and all that, or are you supposed to keep quiet?
You're supposed to keep it quiet, and you're not. We were told to only tell our superintendent.
Okay.
Or that you would be disqualified. So that's all I told.
But what about the now when a school gets asked from Mobile County, would you be able to kind of help them?
They will know that I've been through it,
Right.
and I could help them with that. Yes,
Sure.
of course. And
That's
I'm
wonderful.
sure we're going to have plenty from here on out.
It's tremendous. How did it make you feel? It had to make you feel incredible.
It really did, and the ceremony itself was so special. I'd never been to Washington,
Right.
so to be there to take 2 of our teachers with us, it was a special time and really a time of celebration for us.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. Oh, I'm so proud of you. This is your 3rd year there?
Second year
year.
there.
Okay. My memory's going. But you were at Denton Middle School first.
That's
before
right.
that, and you also were at BC Rain. Yeah.
Viger.
So then you left Denton and you went to Clark Shaw, and I
Yes.
know you absolutely love it because we
I
had
do.
talked last year, and I said, "How are you doing?" You said, "Great, I love this. This is wonderful." Your team was better than the other 2 Mobile County Public Schools in the Dragon Boat race. Weren't you the top team?
Clark was the top team.
Well, at least none of us fell out of our boats, so that's good.
That's true.
But that's just another way to show off your school, is to do something like that and to do as well as you did.
Well, we like to get our name out there anytime we can.
Sure.
Like, I'll go to elementary schools and speak and do things trying to draw those 5th graders in, but I'd also go to, a Civitan meeting or something like that as well.
Well, we talked, I've talked before about how good news, which we have so much good news coming out of the Mobile County Public School System, is not told as often as we would like. It's very difficult to get it told.
I think that's our society today.
Right.
You get a situation where you find something negative and people see that, but there's good things going every day in
Right.
Mobile County.
Right. And boy, this is a great thing.
It's the best thing.
It is the best thing. It's great to be a torchbearer school. It's great to have a Terrell Bell Award as a principal. But to think that it's national, and now everybody in the country knows about your school.
Well, yeah, and even in the region, people know we were the only middle school in Alabama. So
Wow.
that's something I'm really proud of
Sure.
too. So middle school, it's a hard time for kids.
It is.
And you'll see when you speak to some of ours, we have some fantastic students, but it's still a hard time.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
going through so many changes and things like that. So I was really excited.
Yeah, I've noticed that when they get to a certain age. I have a granddaughter who just turned 13, and she's trying to get that independence. And I'm trying to tell her, "Mom, we did this too. We were just like that. You want to be with your friends. You don't want to be with your parents. You don't want to be seen with your parents. You don't want to go to a
Yeah.
movie on Friday night with your parents. And you're with your friends, and it's your friends that are important to you." And it makes it very difficult, I think, for teachers, for parents, and
It
probably for
does.
the kids.
I try to keep that in mind because I was not the best student or the best kid.
So you can relate, huh?
Yes. Yeah, I can, unfortunately. But,
But
at
you
the
turned
same
out
time,
okay.
I do know
Yeah.
that kids need more than academics.
Right.
They need social and they need time to be together. So we've focused on, the whole kid at Clark.
That is very important. What about parental support?
We have the best parental support in Mobile County. The day I got the job, I did a school messenger, and I just said, "Hey, I got the job. If you want to come meet me, I'll be here tomorrow." There were 150 parents in my office. I had no idea it was going to be like that. I had them lined up outside, and
I hope
so
it was all friendly.
it was all friendly.
That is so neat.
It's been that way the whole time.
Yeah.
But if we had a band concert the other night, and we had the entire gym was filled, and we just have a tremendous amount of parent support, which is why our kids are so awesome.
Sure. It does take parents.
Absolutely, that's the major difference between here and anywhere else. Is you have parents that are really pushing their kids.
And they volunteer? Do they help you at school?
Yes, all the time.
What kind of things do they do?
Well, they're up there making copies or doing our box tops or running our dances and doing things that are setting things up that are time consuming
Sure.
for us, but they seem to enjoy it. So
Dances, middle school dances. I don't think we had dances till high school. I bet those are interesting.
well, they are, but we have a really good DJ and good spacing
Right.
in our dances, so it's not bad.
So what else can your school do? What are you working toward now?
Well, now we're doing some things in engineering to try to get to where we're able to teach higher level classes, high school classes. We're already the only school that teaches biology for a credit, and we're working on some project lead the way things that are going to be cutting edge.
Wow. We got to take a break, Joe, but we will be back. So
Thank you.
Stay put. And you stay put. We'll be back in just a minute.
The Mobile County Public Schools Signature Academies program offers a variety of specialized curriculum for highly interested and motivated students. These academies provide students with choices ranging from aviation to healthcare, advanced information technology to international studies, from engineering to coastal studies. These high-quality, hands-on programs prepare students for careers readily available in Mobile County. Signature Academies program. It starts with us.
I transferred to Viger High School halfway through my sophomore year, and the curriculum there, the instructors, teachers, the whole thing was just a shock to me. At Viger, you were encouraged to critically think, and so I was just well-grounded to move on into college football and then on into the NFL. Well, for me, Viger High School was the start. It's where I started, and I'm very proud of that.
Hi, I'm Martha Peak, Superintendent of Mobile County Public Schools.
And I'm Kay Ivey, your Lieutenant Governor.
We want to remind you to use caution while operating motor vehicles in school zones.
And remember to observe all traffic laws relating to school bus safety and stop ahead when you see red.
Protecting and keeping our children safe, it starts with us.
Hi, I'm Pat Mitchell, Transportation Director for the Mobile County Public School System. Remember, stop ahead when you see red.
Hello, it's Homeroom, and we're back with Joe Toomey, the incredible principal from Clark Magnet School. And we're talking about Clark being a blue ribbon school, which is the highest national honor, highest honor you can get as a school. And so Joe is here, and he's going to introduce one of his students.
This is one of our grade 8th graders, Claudia Bryan. She's involved in pretty much everything at our school, so I'm sure you can get some good information.
Well,
from her.
good. Well, Claudia, so you're going to leave Clark. This is your last year? Are you sad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah. Well, you've got a good guy for a good principal, and good teachers. So what more can you want? You know?
Yeah.
What about this blue ribbon school? What did you think?
I thought, oh, what? Like whenever we first saw the video, and our name was in the beginning because we're Alabama,
Right,
and then
exactly.
we're Clark.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, my whole class, we all stood up and we were all clapping, and it was great. And we paused it, and we all looked at it, and we were just like, wow, that's us.
That's right. That's you. That is so exciting. Did you have any idea that you were even up for it?
I wanted to be up for it. I didn't
Right.
realize that we were like applying for it, but I knew we all wanted to be one.
Did you
again.
have any doubt that you wouldn't be a blue ribbon school?
No doubt.
Yeah. And why is that?
Because our school, it shows it advances in all categories, academics and everything.
Is that true?
Of course it's true.
I was just checking.
We're a year ahead in math and science, and so you can leave our school with 3 credits and be prepared for high school in a way that you just can't do anywhere else.
Right, right. That's unbelievable. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science. I'm taking biology right now.
Biology. I couldn't take biology till I was in high school. Nobody offered it. Do you like it?
I
love biology. You don't dissect frogs, do you?
No, not yet.
Oh, do they? Do they still do that?
Sure, they dissect pigs, frogs.
I don't know if I could do that now, but I sure did like to do that in high school. So, but that's really neat because, you know, we hear all the time that girls don't like science and girls don't like math. And that is becoming not true at all.
No, those are my 2 favorite subjects.
Are they really? Well, they really go together a lot, don't they?
Yeah. They both have, like, there's math and science, and there's science and math.
Exactly.
You can't have one without the other.
Right. How wonderful. What do you want to do when you get out of school?
I want to be a veterinarian. That's why I like biology so much.
Oh, that is so
It interests
good.
me.
Are you already thinking of where you want to go?
I want to go to Auburn.
Very good vet school. Is that why you want to go to Auburn?
Yeah.
And maybe other reasons. Who knows? But did you watch the Auburn-Alabama game? I probably shouldn't bring that up,
Of
should I?
course.
It was good, though. I mean, it
was.
really was. It was, I think, better than
We
a lot of people
expected,
expected. But that's okay. You're rebuilding. You just have to rebuild. That's all.
That's it.
So you've got a wonderful school, you've got wonderful teachers. Is there anything you'd like that you don't have at Clark? Don't listen to this, Joe. Well, no, you should listen to this.
I think I have everything that I need.
Everything you need. Whoa, pretty impressive. How does Clark help you with time management? That is such an important thing, and especially at your age. You don't want to wait till you get to college and think, oh, I should have learned how I can get all this done, and you know.
Well, they talk a lot about the high school credits and what credits you need to go to college and how many you're going to need. So that's why I'm getting my biology and algebra out of the way for high school.
What, do you have a lot of homework?
It's not a ton. I mean, but with dance it might be a little bit, but it's not too much at all.
So what do you do after school? What kind of after school curricular activities do you like?
Well, for the school, I do Scholars Bowl and Science Bowl.
Oh.
And then I also take dance.
How do they do that? You know, I get amazed at the number of things that kids do nowadays. You know, we go home and maybe do our homework and maybe do one thing, but not all of that. Has that already started, Scholar Bowl?
We've already done a few competitions.
How has it been?
It's been really good. I'm on the A team and we've won 2 out of the 3 games.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
What kind of dance do you do?
I take all types of dance. I do tap, jazz, hip hop, ballet, point, everything really.
Have you ever danced with your principal?
No, I'm not much of a dancer.
No, you aren't much of a dancer. Okay. So you go to the dances?
Of course.
Wow. This is also new to me because we certainly didn't have any of that stuff when we went to school. But I am just so excited that you're a Blue Ribbon School. It just amazes me. It doesn't amaze me that you were honored in that way. Doesn't at all. I've visited Clark many times and I've seen the great work that's done. I know Mr. Toomey and know what an incredible principal, what a leader he is. And the fact this is only your 2nd year, it's got to make you feel so good.
It really does. And you know, as proud as I am for me, I'm so proud for them to be able to go and say, when they're in college, they can say, you know, I was at a Blue Ribbon School, because I was at a Blue Ribbon School. Viger was a Blue Ribbon School my senior year. And it was something I've never forgotten, that, you know, I was one of the very first ones in Mobile. So
yeah, that is neat that you can talk about it later and now when you're at a dinner party. Did
right.
you know that
I was there as a student and as a principal?
See,
so that's a big deal to me.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, where will you go next year?
I want to go to Baker.
Okay. Well, I can understand. Baker's a great school. We have wonderful high schools. So, and what kind of things do you want to continue there when you're at Baker?
Well, I take advanced engineering right now, so I think maybe taking like another engineering class.
Advanced engineering when you're in 8th grade? When did you start engineering classes?
Well, I took Project Lead the Way when I was in 7th grade.
Okay, what's that?
It's a kind of in engineering or robotics more.
Okay.
But so I wanted to continue into 8th grade, and so keep doing it would be great.
Definitely. Joe.
Did I tell you she was awesome?
I know. She is incredible, and I don't know how you do everything you do. Do you ever get tired and want to just say, not going to do my homework, not going to go to dance class?
Sometimes, but then I think I got to do it.
Right.
It has to be done.
Right. Well, that's why you're a Blue Ribbon School, because you have these students that probably are very competitive, maybe with each other, but with yourself.
Of course.
You think you're more competitive with yourself? Do you think you're harder on yourself than your teachers and your parents?
I mean, I think I got to always try my best, and I have to keep improving.
Wow. How many students do you have?
803.
That's incredible.
It's a good number.
It is a good number. Wow. What do you see in the future, both of you, for Clark?
You first.
Of course, you won't be there, but
well, of course I won't be there. But I expect that everybody coming and leaving will have a great time and learn so much and improve from where they started. Definitely.
That's not bad, and I'll bet you'll find out. You can keep in touch with him and find out. And people that are younger than you, Joe, what do you see?
Well, I see me retiring from there in 25 years.
Oh, okay.
And you know, it taking off to a level where we're doing flipped classrooms and blended.
Wait. Flipped classrooms. You don't do educanese with me, even though I was an educator.
Where we maybe have a group of kids that stay home first period and get theirs online and come in and where we could take more students in. I'd like to increase our number of students, and one day possibly a small high school that's a magnet high school.
Wow. So you would like, how many more students do you want? Get it up to about 1,000?
1,300 is the capacity in that
Oh,
building.
really? So you could see that happening?
I really could. But not at the cost of watering down the program
Right.
or making it where we don't have a personal touch with every kid there.
That is really cool. What do you think is the absolute best about the school?
The best, probably the education. I've learned like so many things from when I first started. I walked in and immediately we started learning new things. On the second day, it was pretty great.
What was it like going from an elementary school to middle school? Was it a little scary?
It was very scary
Was it?
because I went to a private elementary school, so going from like having a schedule where you change every day and the rotating, that was kind of scary, but after like the third day I got used to it.
Yeah, I think that, I even remember that. The lockers, do you have lockers for
We
the
do.
kids? Okay. And am I gonna remember my combination, and what if I'm late because I can't get my books and all that stuff? But that does go away very quickly, doesn't it? This is wonderful.
Yeah, that amazed me with the rotating schedule. It took me a lot longer to get used to it than the kids. The sixth graders would come in and they say, "Okay, we'll go to second period first today," and I'm having to look on a piece of paper and figure out where we are. So they're pretty resilient.
Yeah, they are. It's wonderful. We have to take a break. So I really appreciate you coming in, sharing your wonderful sense of excitement about the school, about the award, and we'll see you in a minute. I think you're going to stay here, but thank you so much, and we'll be right back. So don't go away, okay?
Good.
It started for me when I went into the first grade, and then I went on to George Hall Elementary School, and from there to Williamson, where I graduated. The public school system, it had a great impact on me because not only did it prepare me academically for my future career, but it also prepared me for life. Because of its diversity of students and teachers, it really gave me a well-rounded education.
The more parents are involved in school, the more likely it is a child will succeed. Children with involved parents and attend school regularly make better grades and have better social skills. Every involved parent makes a difference.
Get involved. Ask about your child's day. Explain how your education matters. Parent involvement, it matters.
You can find more information on parent involvement at mcpss.com.
Welcome back to Homeroom. I'm Nancy Pierce, and we're talking about National Blue Ribbon Schools, and the Mobile County Public School System just happens to have 2 this year, and we're so proud. You have to be invited. This is not something that you can say, "Oh, I think I want to do that." It's real easy. No, it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable procedure. You have to be invited, and then maybe you'll get chosen. And one of the chosen schools and principals, Joe Toomey, is here with me, and his school was chosen as a Blue Ribbon School. You found out in September? Is that right? Something like that?
Somewhere in there, yes.
Joe, it's so good to have you. You're always such a fun, good guest to have, and you're such a great principal that I appreciate you for all the things you do, and you have a wonderful student sitting next to you. Yep. Who is this?
Mr. Addison Barrow.
Addison Barrow. Yes. And what grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade, okay. So were you at Clark last year?
I was.
You were. And you liked it, huh?
I did. It was always, when you were coming out of elementary, 5th grade was always the top notch, and that's where you always end, and you come into middle school, and you're in the bottom again.
Right.
But once you're climbing up, it's a lot more, it's very comfortable.
Oh, good. Well, good. Yeah, it can be a little scary the first couple days, but now you're a pro. Wait for another 1 year. 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Where are you going to go when you're out of Clark? Do you know?
Baker also.
Baker. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What, anything in particular you're interested in?
At Baker or in general?
Well, let's start with your school now.
Well, I hope with Clark that I'm pretty happy with the way it is. I just hope that maybe in the future we could build up a lot on honors, and like we already have honors, language, science, and math. Math and science are already up ahead, but maybe it'd be nice if we had civics this year in 7th grade, which we already do have civics, but if we have, because this year we have first semester civics, second geography.
Okay.
And that is already built up. So next year, I don't know if other schools are already doing civics in 7th grade.
They are.
They are. So maybe next year, by the time we get out, maybe next year we could already be doing high school social studies.
Sure.
And then hopefully, when this will also help, because we already have 3 electives that we come out with extra credit.
Right.
That amazes me. It truly does. I think it's wonderful. So your extra credit, they'll be in what subjects?
Math, science, and language if we take honors.
Algebra, biology, and whichever language, French or Spanish.
Do you do French or Spanish?
I actually do neither.
Oh, are you going to?
It's a band man.
Probably.
Oh, you're a band
I'm
man. What instrument do you play?
I do saxophone and guitar.
Oh, and guitar. Not at the same time, I'm sure.
In regular band, I do saxophone, and in jazz band, I do guitar.
Oh, cool. That's really wonderful. Do you think things like this, band, the honors, that helped you become a Blue Ribbon school?
Of course, that's what I meant by we try to do the whole student. It's so much more than just academics. You know, there's a lot of musicians who are so smart that maybe never got recognized because they didn't, weren't as accepted or weren't, as esteemed as
maybe the athletes.
Yeah. But man, it's just that's whatever our kids are good at, we put them there and we support them.
Oh, that's really good. How do you find time to do everything?
You stay up late. Well, one of the things, when jazz band is an after-school curriculum, and during the day we have 2 electives, and there's from your languages, the band, to advanced science for 7th grade, and all those. And you can, since you only have 2, it's always like you want to have all of them, but you can't. So you kind of cram it in. We have 7 periods a day. So we have room for 2 electives, and previously we've only been able to have 1 elective, and we were all very happy because we did get to
that's
have 2.
great. That's great. But you have good time management.
Yes.
You've got homework, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am.
They have a lot of homework.
Not a lot.
We tried not to.
Not
if you
to.
can do 50 problems in math, you can do 10
Oh, exactly.
and still get the...
Sure. Well, my goodness. So what do you want to do when you get out of school?
Well, I hope when I do go to college, I kind of want to be a bio or chemical engineer.
Oh, okay. Pretty cool. Where do you want to go to school? Do you know?
Also Auburn University.
Auburn, okay. So no Alabama folks in here now.
Well, there's one.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Congratulations on the Iron Bowl, by the way.
Thank you.
But great. That's a great engineering school.
It is.
I know my nephew went there, and so good luck to you. I'm going to keep track of these kids through you. I want to know where you go, how you do. Then I can talk to Mr. Richardson about high school, and you know what? It's time to go. So thank you so much for being here. Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Congratulations again.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for watching us.